Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to a Monday night live stream. Yes, no, it's not Monday, sorry, it's Thursday. Yeah, my date's horribly mixed up there for whatever reason, but it's definitely a Thursday evening, and we have the first round of the World Endurance Championship, online championship here in Le Mans Ultimate. I will get my words right. I will get myself sorted and be saying all the right things and everything in just a second, as I'm currently and quickly sorting out a couple of things here. But everything should be all good. Indeed, it is a day, and my game has crashed. No, it hasn't crashed. Still loading in. It's being a little bit slow for whatever reason. Here we go. Yes, we are now in, and we are in split 1 of 4. Knew it would probably happen with my rating, but that's not necessarily ideal, because obviously split 1 is full of very, very fast drivers, esports pros, guys who are doing 38s, 39s in quali, and there's me doing mid to low 40s in quali. But we'll see what it actually comes to down to the actual race itself. But either way, I hope you're having a good week. I hope you're excited for tonight's race. Is a oh, hang on a second. What is going on? Why does it seem like I'm going to leave the session and go back in, because it seems like it's a little bit broken and a little bit balked to me at this point. So just going to do that just to make sure that everything's all good. But hello, Jensen. How are you doing, buddy? It's good to see you here. Indeed, it is a day, indeed. One of the many days that the week has to offer. That'll have to do. I'm getting enough cool air from the fan, which is nice. But yeah, hopefully everyone else is doing all good and has had a good week so far. Looking forward and gearing up, ready for the weekend. Just loading back into the session now. It previously said just practice, and it didn't give me the option to drive out. So I'm curious as to what exactly is going on there. The rumble of thunder outside, it has just started absolutely pissing it down. So it is getting a little bit cooler because it is quite warm, or I am quite warm, shall I say. I haven't been practicing most of the evening, trying to figure out what to do with the setup, learning the Valkyrie a little bit more. It's quite interesting and intriguing. Some things work in a slightly opposite way to how I'd expect them to be working. There we go. We're now into the session properly. I can see what's going on. So let's go ahead and get loaded in. I've got multiple other setups here, but I found that this one was the better one for me. Fuel. We'll do that. Let that change. Everything else all looking good there. That was all, yep, looking good. This, if I remember rightly, looking good. I do one click lower. It's stopped raining now, Graham, but it was raining sideways. Hello, Dot. How's it going? Yeah, I'll keep that as is. We can go way higher on a lot of these things, but I'm just going to kind of throw in some random values. Have a rumble of thunder. Five, four, one, and that. Nope, that. Cool, let's go with that. Basic tyres. We've got 8 tyres here for the session in this race. Let's go ahead, get ourselves out on track. We've got less than 5 minutes qualifying left, so let's drop that by another 5. And go ahead, get ourselves out, as lap times are already starting to come in, as we can see. Someone doing a 1:38, which I'm not going to get anywhere near, but hey. We shall see, we shall see. We'll do a couple of slow build-up laps to not overheat the tyres, and then we'll probably effectively just go for one push lap. because tyres overheat in this quite easily, especially the front tyres. Mainly that left front tyre. That's the one that seems to be the worst for overheating around this track. So we kind of have to babysit the tyres a little bit, try not to take too much life out of them, and then go with again fresh tyres all the race. I haven't worked out any of my stint strategy stuff either. I'm feeling really unprepared for this race, which is interesting considering the prep that I have been doing for funny enough this race and the race at the weekend, which is going to be the first driver swap event in Le Mans Ultimate. New York Sports Racing, new community team that I've started setting up. I'm going to be running at least 2 cars in it, potentially 3 if Dor and Jensen are pairing up together. I haven't actually heard whether you guys actually are or not. But yeah, that'll be cool. We've got at least 2 hypercars, potentially 1 GT. That'll be participating in the event. One of the pairings will be doing 10 AM time slot tomorrow morning. So if you follow me on my Discord and join the community there, I'll post up a link to the guys who are live streaming that one, and then of course I'll be putting out my own live stream link for when we go live for the 2 PM UK time slot on Saturday afternoon. Alright, still taking it fairly easy, just trying to build temperature in the tyres. So let's go with this. Wheels into the gravel. Yeah, this track is quite tricky and technical. It's hard to distinguish what corners are coming up, and a lot of the corners kind of lead you in, thinking you could take more speed through them, but then kind of bite you at the last moment as the corner tightens up. Done next to no running in Qatar. That's fair enough. I did think it might be a little bit of a long shot with your guys' timescales. I'm trying to get practice in, but that's all good. Right. See if we can get a couple of good laps in here. Seeing as we've got 2 laps left in our fuel. So first proper push lap, try not to take too much out of tyres. Bit deep there in turn 2. It's no ideal. Quite getting the car hooked in there either. Yeah, this third setup that I'm running here, or the third evolution of the setup, definitely feels better than the 4th or 5th. Just trying to chase and test some things, and although I was maybe getting slightly better lap times, started to get to a point where are struggling in certain spots, mainly here through this high-speed final sector. Really struggling to get the car to behave how I wanted to, and I kind of ended up forgetting what things I had changed, despite saving them along the way. That had led me into that sort of position. Alright, do we go for one more? I don't think I'm gonna... I probably could improve on that, but I'm not too fussed. Right, let's very quickly, if we can. So, here's the fun. Right, we... 3.56 and 3.47. 3.56, 3. 5.6 was the virtual engine. 4.7. That times I'm predicting 140.5s. So everyone here is kind of crazy quick. This is the, as you can probably tell, stint and strategy calculator. Hello, Luna. How's it going? Wrong page. Standings race hour 40 minutes. Back 1 hour 40 minutes. Calculate. Dual save 2 laps. 0.98 ratio. Okay.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
There we go. Right, bear it back. Gonna loop. Alright, 47 seconds. Got a little bit of time. Right, so yeah, 0.99 on our fuel. That 9.8. Everything else, I think, is all good. And we should be alright. Ready for the beginning of this race. Man, 28 hypercars are going to be starting from near enough the back. Even Mitchy Hoyer's only in 21st. Which is quite surprising. He's usually up there. Right. Seconds away. Oh, hello. Oh, formation lap. Interesting.
Formation lap has started.
This is cool and new. Not really had this this before. People have gone for a harder front left tyre. I remember from a previous event, previous running, doing this race at this track. I did not like that hard front left tyre because it didn't wear as quickly as the others, and it started overpowering the other tyres. But it's cool either way. Now that we're doing this very long formation lap. Very fun, interesting, and intriguing. There we go, motor map. Safety car. Try and save as much fuel as we possibly can here cruising on this lap. The one cool thing, in addition to these online championships, is the fact now that we have custom liveries. I'm going to get the headphones. Right, I'm kind of in the comfiest, more comfy position. That will have to do. Oh, but yeah, custom liveries are now a part of a thing of online championships, which is cool. So we're going to see a mix of different liveries here in this race. We are, of course, running a custom livery ourselves. If you haven't seen it, I'll show it at the end of the race. You'll see it there in the replay, but I can see cars up ahead with custom liveries. Obviously, there's Persia in front of us with the massive SimLab sponsorship on the shark fin. Certainly different. There's a Porsche, 2 cars up in front that has a custom livery. Michi Hoyer's up there in his white, blue, and orange car as well. So yeah, this is pretty cool and interesting. The only problem with this though is high pressure. The tyre temperatures, shall I say, are pretty low. So this is going to be really interesting going into that first corner, because I'm expecting people to be expecting more grip than there actually is, and getting it very wrong. And oh, there we go. There's first bit of contact and likely some damage between some people. Great fun. Line up on middle. Out of line. Out of line. Interesting. So this isn't too confusing at the moment, is it? Yeah, out of line. Catch up, okay. What side are we on? I don't know.
Green flag.
Amazing. Everyone's got drive-through penalties. So let's go ahead and get ours done and out of the way. Great start, LMU. Great start. Still, it is what it is. We're just take it and go. Oh, God. Yeah, they really need to work on the start system and give him much better direction as to what side you're actually meant to be on. It'd be ideal if the actual augmented HUD thing actually showed you the side that you are meant to be on. And here are a couple of people who started from the pit lane. Did think to myself for a moment, how the hell did these GTs end up in front of us when they start behind? But they were starting from the pit lane, and when they got the green light, of course they're going to be ahead of us, who trundled through the pit lane to serve the drive-through penalty pretty much straight away. Try and look after these sides a bit. Let's see what we can do about catching these cars up in front. Alright, these two guys do have drive-through penalties, so yep, they do indeed hang right and give us a clean run, which is ideal. Set that to 2 laps. Let's get fuel saving. And now we've got multi-class traffic to work our way through. Obviously, people who do get penalties, we're lucky and fortunate. Porsche there, very deep. Porsche in front, taking some risks. With the traffic, just try and stay nice and calm. Take our time on working our way through here. Alright, up to P22. Porsche 2 places in front, almost lost the rear air. Need to try and figure out where the points for the lifting and coasting are, because they're quite subtle. Difficult to actually spot on the lights there. They're not overly bright. Nice little pop and burble from the exhaust there behind us. So I should be averaging 3.26 and 3.34 points of NRG per lap. Last lap was 3.33. 3.331, or 3.31, sorry. That time round, so we're doing well. Got more cars coming out the pits here. No position gained. Oh, a little bit wheel rubbing that. Big bit of oversteer. on track. Car in front's really struggling in the mid corner. Hey Michael, how's it going? Why P20? Because I qualified in P28. And then got a drive-through penalty, as did 90% of other people. That's pretty close there with that GT3. Judged that perfectly. So yeah, we're just working our way back up through the field. Not everyone got drive-throughs, I don't think, which is interesting. And a little bit unfair, but it is what it is. Go on then, as seeing as you're quicker. Also managing to fuel save a bit better than us as well. Then again, they do have the motor maps to play with the hybrid deployment and kind of have that as a way of balancing their fuel usage. Whereas we're straight, pure internal combustion engine. This is going to be us wide. I'm running purely fuel. No hybrid electric motor here. So cool to see custom liveries here in the online championship mode. Really brings the game a bit more to life in terms of variety of cars and representation of different communities and racing esports teams and the like. Just really cool to see. Unfortunately, we got held up a little bit there with the Mercedes, but that happens sometimes with traffic. Not too worried about the cars at the moment behind, gaining time on us. Obviously a lot of that was with traffic. Just gonna ebb and flow throughout this race. Just gotta try and line myself up with the best moments pass without losing too much time, and I've messed this one up. And I've gone a little bit deep there. Blimey, it is busy. Woo! Didn't want that 3-word. This is a hint as to what Saturday's going to be like. This is going to be interesting. Close there with the Porsche. Yeah, the radar is actually representative to the car's size. As you can see, BMW slightly bigger there. Or at least it feels that way. Like whenever you go past a car that, when you're in practice, and it hasn't fully loaded in yet, so it's got like that Le Mans Ultimate default kind of Porsche 911 RSR GTE sort of shape with the LMU livery. The size of that car is much, much bigger than all the other cars. It's quite cool and obviously different that they do present it that way on the radar. I just pressed the wrong button. Didn't want music. I wanted to record a clip. Alright, remember what I said about the traffic? I'm getting a bit of space to the cars behind. That ebb and flow. Deep that. Karaoke driving this thing. And again, deep. Come on, Yorkie, focus. Maybe catching these guys in front of us back up again. That front left cooking, 111 degrees. Onto the mid 42s. And get that a little bit lower if we can. There were some mistakes on that lap, so there's definitely time in it, even whilst fuel saving. Three cars up ahead, all battling hard, is helping us out here as well. Ooh, that was a big bit of lag there. Quite a hefty screen freeze. Oh boys, I do not want to be going side by side through here. Much better. Actually managed to cut that corner that time. Not that one though, did we? Let's do that. Hard to the pit stop. Nope. Sticking with mediums. I don't have any other tyres less left as options. It's mediums only. I know that that front left is getting hot, but it's in and around now. And for the rest of the stint, that we should have a slight advantage over those who are running the hards on the front left, unless they've made a setup to account for it. They're probably going to start getting quite severe oversteer. Especially in these corners coming up now. Just about to step through there. Quite a few yellow flags in and around. I'm not really seeing too many incidents. There was one earlier that saw yellow, and there were actually two cars off to the right hand side of the track that was on the approach to the final turn, but otherwise not really seeing too many more. To be understandable for a yellow flag. Aston Martin with no rear wing. Uh-oh. That got a little bit scary. I thought one of the cars rejoining there had pretty much lost the rear end of the car and was about to spearhead across and take a couple of others out. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. I thought, oh my god, that's a lot of very heavy damage. Well, that sucks. I thought I was just about clear of what was going on there. Obviously, not quite. We held it. I'm just gonna go across here. Jesus. Yeah, we're definitely going to need new tyres here. Ah, that's why I've got no rear wing. Trying to do my best to try and get out of everybody's way, but obviously it's quite difficult with the car handling like it is. The tyre's there, I think. It's just very heavily damaged. Yeah, the tyre is definitely there, I can see it. Oh, that's a real shame. Still, let's see what we can rescue from this. We are probably going to need a pit again at some point. It seems like a few other people are retiring back. 163 seconds, jeez. Oh, big one. That's for sure. I am adding fuel. Fuel, tyres, and damage repairs. That's a real shame. As I said, I thought I was just about getting clear of that on the right-hand side there, but turns out didn't quite manage to clear it as well as I had hoped. Okay, well, I definitely don't want to be retiring from the race. So we're going to have to go the rest of the way on quite used tyres, which should be interesting. Shall be interesting indeed. There's probably not much point fuel saving anymore. Right, here we go. We're now repairing the damage on the car. So we've got basically 70 seconds worth of repair. 2 lots of suspension, front end. Kind of makes sense. Gonna be quite a way down as well. Right, 13 more seconds. So back out on track, pretty much in and around where we were before the incident. It always seems like a really awkward bump start, the Aston Martin as well. Alright, here we go. Tyres should come up to temperature fairly quickly, seeing as they're worn and have a heat cycle through them. Now it's basically push to the end and hope that the tyres last. That was a massive frame rate drop there. What the hell was that about? Yeah, the problem was he spun wildly And it looked like it was staying towards the middle of the track, and then as the spin started to slow down, it then veered off to the direction that I was committing to. Alright, minimum 14 to the car ahead. Looks like we're basically on the same lap as the GT3 leaders now. The pastry tactic from the weekend. Did you just flash at me? Yeah, it's good practice for that, effectively. Seeing how long the tyres go. What we've got, an hour and 5 minutes. I might struggle to get that distance, but we shall see. Has anyone ever told you you said like Adrian Newey? As in sounds like Adrian Newey? No, I haven't heard that before. That is a new one to me. Not alert? Nope. That is the first time I've heard that. Thank you, I'll take that as a compliment. Again, another big slowdown there. A frame rate stutter. Trying to keep an eye on them tyres. Another big frame rate stutter. Trying my best to try and baby those tyres. Seeing as we have 34, 35 laps to go. Make it 33, seeing as we are a couple of laps down on the leader. There we go, 1 hour remaining. Oh, they're catching P24, which is nice. Oh, a little bit deep. We managed to pull her back. Hello, Mitchell. Is he asking mine about a car? I don't think it's too bad. It's pretty competitive, and it's a good fun car to drive. It's just we've had some horrendous luck here in this race. Didn't qualify well, got a drive-through penalty at the start, like a lot of other people did. So steep. And then got caught up in an incident and basically had a 163-second pit stop to get the car repaired. So we are way behind where we should be. Otherwise, it was running up in the top 20. Not the best of laps there, but obviously traffic. Yeah, it's been pretty eventful, and there's still a long way to go, 57 minutes, so we'll see what we can do. I'm trying to catch up and gain time on those in front. See what positions we can claim back. Thank you very much for the well wishes, though. Glad you're enjoying the stream. This track does not lend itself too well to reading chat. I mean, by all means, chat away, and I'll try and keep up with it where I can. Just obviously the longer messages are a little bit more difficult to digest. in one go, especially where I am also slightly dyslexic and reading is not one of my strong suits. As my wife would testify. Funny, reading a book, the same book as she's reading, she skim reads and she can absorb it really, really quickly, whereas I don't really skim read. So take a normal book, normal size text, sort of words on a page, she'll skim read, and within 5 to 10 seconds we'll be moving on to the next page, whereas I probably just finished the first paragraph on the page because I'm actually reading it properly. It's quite funny, but also a little bit annoying because it's like, can you go back for us so I can finish reading the page, please? To be fair, I haven't done it in a long, long time, so I just let her crack on. I read what I can and just let her go at her pace. But yeah, thank you very much for the subscription, Mitchell. If you're here in the chat, please do say hi. Yeah, it could very well be Door. It seems like she reads like 3, maybe 4 times quicker than I do, though. Like when actually reading. And even back in school, I think it was like English, GCSEs. I always got a little bit of extra time because the reading speed wasn't as fast as a lot of the other students. So we're caught up with P23 pretty quickly. Quality over quantity. Yeah, good way of looking at it. Hey, perfection takes time, right? Seemed like quite the leg spike. In the next couple of laps, this guy in front of us should be pitting, so hopefully we don't get held up too much here. But it's nice to see that we got pace over the cars in front. Obviously they are fuel saving and they're going to do one more stop as a we, because there's no way in hell that I'm going to be able to get to the end from here. Oh, that's them. Yep, spin enough. Oh my god. There we go, our first track limit this morning. Surprising it's taken this long, to be fair. Here we go, so claiming a lap back on a bunch of people. Try and refocus there and eat down that gap on the car ahead a bit more. Stint calculator. There we go. 11.1 laps. That we need to put in to make it to the end. The 23 has a drive-through. Be pretty happy if we can get back up to P23. Blew past the parker that I need. There we go. Bit deep. Dashboard to not lock up the tyres there. As you didn't need the pits. 29 minutes of fuel. Copy. These frame rate starters are pretty horrid. Yeah, it's cool to see people running different custom liveries now. And it's nice to see that a whole bunch of them are actually done really tastefully and realistically as well. I hate the custom liveries where a lot of the carbon parts are like fully painted. It looks really tacky in my view. It doesn't make it look like a race car. But a lot of them are done really well and look like believable race liveries. So massive props to the people who've painted their liveries and time and effort that's gone into it. Is this going to be us ahead of Knack? Nope. Nope, we are ahead of him. Ooh. Rigoletto, P2 up in front. No doubt he's going to start pulling away. Pressure tyres. Also very, very fast driver. I'm surprised he, if he doesn't know that Ferrari like the back of his hand. It seems like he's almost been driving it pretty much exclusively since released. I think he might have run the Peugeot last season actually, but he spent a hell of a lot of time in the Ferrari. Yeah, 11 laps is what I work it out to be as well, or the race laps fuel calculator that I've got down in the bottom right that you can't see. Saying 12.1, but obviously we are a couple of laps down. Good to see quite a significant number of cars in this race. Probably why there's all these frame rate stutters and other things coming up. Yeah, 34 GT3s, bloody hell, and obviously 28 hypercars. Next 10 seconds behind. Let's try and pull away, ready for that pit stop. We are on lighter fuel than them, so that's going to help us out there, but they're going to be on fresher tyres. I do like the delivery of that dark blue Lambo there. That's a nice one. knack behind's catching. Yeah, 41.8. That's a cool livery on that Lambo as well. Kind of off-white silver coupled with the red. Paul's having a good race. Up there in P4. In P1, blimey. So I remember racing him a fair bit last season. Must be really gelling with the car. That's cool to see Valentin Barrier there as well in the in that Ford Mustang. Know him from racing in AOR League in ACC. Very fast driver. Say Luke Whitehead is was also driving in the GT3 cars, but I've not seen him, I don't think, on the actual track. I've seen him in chat and that sort of thing. Guy go. Is that quite a nice livery there in the Ferrari? Oh, a little bit of warping there from the Lexus. Right, we are pulling away from that behind. Doing our best to try and look after the tyres as well. Frame rate star again. Oh, that's someone off. One of the GT3s. I think we should be alright on tyres. They're going to be very heavily worn towards the end, but they're not going to get too low. I reckon in and around probably 30 to 20% remaining on them. Back to 11 laps again. Continuing to take time out of the car in front. It's good. So, although the hard tyres do last, they are more durable, you're not going to overheat them, they are quite a bit slower than the mediums. At least half a second. And that's pretty much throughout the whole stint as well. So it's pretty much, in my view, not worth taking the hard tyres. Not unless you are planning on double stinting them and not changing. That's like the only time that I'd maybe consider it. Alright, tyres just need to go another 30 minutes. Come on, you can do it. Down to 60% on the front left. We use about 35% over the course of the previous 35-40 minutes. So they should be able to do it. That was a little sketchy. I didn't want to dive on the BMW. And then obviously P4 doesn't really want to lose too much time either. Oh. Light lock up there. Not ideal. P22's come back to the garage. Oh, that was that GT3's fault. What the fuck are they doing? The hell is all that about? I really hope that wasn't retaliation. Racking around there. So I'm going to need to get to the end from here. Go with that. That's really frustrating. Don't know what the hell all that was about. I didn't mean to do all caps, but no. Yeah, I don't know why they were moving over, though. There's absolutely zero need for it. That's the odd thing, but at least we can go to the end from here. Yeah, plenty to see in the replay. Right, lap 41. Remember that. Tyres do not feel nice. But they feel quite heavily flat-spired. Now I can see why. Quite a hefty chunk of life was taken out of them. Poofy's in the pits, and he's literally said this split is so bad. Like, come on, man. It looked like you were unnecessarily moving left in towards the path of the GT3 and in towards me. That's the car that we started behind. Where are they? P20. Oh. That wasn't scary at all. So much vibration going through the steering wheel to the flat spots. Oh, more beef. Looks like that Mercedes had waited for him though. No grip. interesting. But at least we passed this guy. Oh. Safe to say that this race has been pretty dramatic. We'll be very happy when this race is done, because this vibration is starting to make my palms hurt a little. It's a pretty cool effect, but I may need to look at toning that down a little bit. It's definitely had some moments. You're right there, Jensen. It is tricky through those left-handers. So there's like some good initial bite, but then the tyres just don't maintain their grip in the mid-corner. P24's got a drive-through. This is going to bring them nicely closer to me, but not close enough for me to really do anything with. Yes, I'm aware of blue flags, but let me get on with it. I'm pulling away from the guy. Rear tyres are starting to give up now. Oh, what is that hypercar doing in the rearview mirror? Sorry, Porsche. That's a bit cheeky of me, that. Will adjust the TCU, adjust the, or how would the wheel spin? It certainly will. That's a good point. Just gotta figure out which one I want to go with. Probably that one. Regular P1. Oh, that's very deep. Just go out there and do that. Oh, sorry. We had a bit more clearance. Sorry, ahead has served the drive-through. 51 seconds up the road. It's a long way. Sorry about that. Left it a little bit late on barrier there. Thank you, Mr. BMW, for making that exceedingly and unnecessarily tighter than it needed to be. Of course it didn't. Paying attention in the mirrors. Unnecessarily work. Not getting involved in their fight. Three of them all battling away for P5 in the last 5 minutes. It's going to be a juicy fight to watch. Expecting some silly and desperate dumb moves on GT traffic. Last 2 minutes. They've started battling hard in front. Side by side, argy-bargy. Elbows are out. And the Porsche's taking them both. Or has he? Not yet. Don't worry, guys, I'm trying to catch up. Scrabble. Trying to catch up so we can watch this. Ferrari's back through ahead of the three. It's Ferrari, Porsche, Toyota. It's looking like they're trying to be patient. Waiting for the other two to battle it out too hard and make a mistake. Last lap. Oh, it's getting dicey in front. GT3 traffic getting involved as well. Or rather becoming a factor. Looks like Ferrari's held on to it for the moment. Yeah, Toyota's dropped back a little bit. Yep, Ferrari held P5. And across the line we go. 31% on that front left in the end. Chat has become interesting. I'm not surprised about. Look at that. Oh. Well, at least we made it to the end. That I'm fairly happy with, but what a messy race that was. I'm going to go ahead and save those changes that I made. Be part of the race. There we go. Alright. Thank you, Jensen. That was quite the interesting thing. Let's go and have a look, see what happened in lap 41. If we can get to it. What is all this about? Okay, this is impossible to watch. We're gonna have to come out of that and go and have to watch that back afterwards. Five past 9 in the evening. Nice. Oh. Tell you what, we'll leave that to continue generating, and we'll go back to the replay. Hopefully, it's a lot less stuttery here. Hopefully, it won't be an issue. I don't think everyone has finished no high grade, so we're probably still waiting on a couple of people. Then again, there was a lot of people in that race as well, so yeah, maybe just taking a little bit of time to sort itself. Anyway, we'll go and do this for the moment whilst we wait for results to generate. Boy. Okay, now it's there. So replay may not be ready. Show off your car design. It's loading now. So we'll be able to see it very, very soon. Very, very shortly. So bring the game back up again. So you can see that we are loading in. But yeah, I can't really, annoyingly, show off the car until we do get loaded in, because we can't go to the showroom to take a look at it. I mean, you can see the list of liveries and that, but it doesn't really show it amazingly clearly. You can't see all the nice details of it. And I'm in the midst of painting another car as well. This is doing the Lamborghini Huracan. Right, here we go. You can hear the engines rumbling in the background. There we go. We are in. Jump ahead a little bit. There we go. Now we got nice and smooth. Thing, and there you can see the livery as well as other people's liveries as well. Car looking very nice and sleek. Does look good with all the sponsors on it as well. Pretty happy with that. Right, anyway. Let's go ahead and fast forward. Alright, so let's when we all went and were diving into the pit lane. Right. There you go. That's a nice up-close view of the livery. Trying to skip ahead. A little bit like that. Yeah, or very close to crashing when going into the pit lane. Right. Was it on this lap that the incident happened? Oh, it sounds so good from behind. I think it might have been this lap. So what happened here? Okay, so he braked really, really early here, which led to the course of Gessel here going into the back of them. Don't do what I think you did, Poofy. Yeah, you did. You're unnecessarily turning left. Go straight when you got a car there. Why have you all of a sudden turned left here when there's an overlap between you and the other person? Anything else stupid? Right. Well, that was that incident. We are... Where at this point? 20th. I'm in course leading at this stage. Right, so this is the lap where we had the incident. Yeah, maybe, but he really didn't need to try and beat the GT3. He just needed to stay straight. He didn't need to move across at all in any way, shape or form. That was just, I think, really unfortunate. I don't even think the guy... Yeah, should have gone outside. So what actually... You're going the wrong way. What actually happened to him? An incident with Valentin Barra. Oh, we're gonna have to check out his stream to see what happened there. I mean, this is all him. I don't know. Yeah, that was stupid of him going. Yeah, that's dead. And he knows it. Yep. Very true there, Somnia. This is unfortunately all this guy's fault here. What he should be doing is lining up to go to the left of the car in front, because this is just a closing door. Trying to go around the outside here. Barry is always going to track out wide. The GT3s are always going to truck out wide here to the exit curb. If you want to go outside here, you need to be alongside, basically at this point here. You need to be alongside, like, midway through the corner, at least. And of course, when he does get loose, doesn't hold his brakes at all, does he? Rolls back into the Lamborghini. Probably has very little. Yeah, Lamborghinis themselves, unfortunately, in a pinch because Toyota behind has rightly gone to their outside, realised what's unfolding. Damn, that really sucks for them. Yeah, then my car behind is pretty much undrivable. There's some interesting battles in and around this point here. The car behind had some, the number 6 Porsche WC there had some good pace. Look at this Ferrari fest at the top. That was the move. So, trying to remember where it was. It went out very nicely. These new replay controls. That was very close between me and the Lexus there. And then, yeah, just chose the correct side to go past the McLaren there. Reminds you of Adamair. You're going to have to send me the Adamair livery because don't think I've ever seen it. But yeah, glad you like. Alright. Let's go ahead and find the results. They are not done yet. Okay, interesting. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, results haven't been generated yet, which is a little bit strange, but I reckon there's possibly some bugs floating around left over from the update, which is obviously a little bit frustrating and not ideal for the upcoming driver swaps event this weekend. Hopefully, it will go smoother than tonight's race has. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you then. Please cheer us on, join us in the Discord if you haven't already, and we'll keep you up to date with how the team is progressing, because we've got cars running in the early split tomorrow morning, and then myself and Legacy will be doing a run at 2 p.m. UK time on Saturday afternoon, so look forward to seeing you then. But until then, have fun, look after yourself, and of course, enjoy the rest of your week and take it.